A very good afternoon to all. So I welcome everyone to the 5 days national level faculty development program on writing. Is my voice audible? If the voice is audible, you can respond yes in the chat box. Uh, so I welcome everyone to the 5 days national level faculty development program. Yes, thank you so much. I welcome everyone to the 5 days national level faculty development program on writing effective research proposals in social sciences to the funding agencies. My name is Dr. Vikram Kulkarni and I am the convener for this event. I request our principal of IBMR College of Arts and Commerce, Dr. Arun Shetty sir, to kindly come and do the formal welcome address during this inauguration. Thank you so much. Start.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Dr. Arun Shetty. I'm principal for IBMR College of Arts and Commerce, Hubballi, Karnataka. For this particular FTP, we have received more than 200 registrations from all over India. And I am thankful to you all for registering for this particular FDP. The FTP program, whatever we are set, that is the 5-day FTP program on effective proposal writing for funding agencies in social science is a very important subject where today, in today's world, government of India as well as different state governments are giving fundings for research proposals. Only thing is we need how to write a research proposal and how we should get that grant approved. For that, we have a very good resource person, Dr. M.R. Patil sir, who has vast experience in research as well as the research funding writing. He has got many grants from different agencies. So he will be very helpful for you to guide you in getting the funding for yourself as well as your institute. I formally welcome our chairman Vinay Chandra Mahendrakar sir to this FTP as well as the Suma madam, Suma Mahendrakar madam, the trustee director to this particular FTP program. I welcome one and all the best for this particular FTP program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arun Shetty, sir, the principal of IBMR College of Arts and Commerce, for a wonderful welcome address. Now it gives me immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Chairman, sir, Shri Vinay Chandra Mahendrakar, sir, the Chairman of IBMR Group of Institutions, Vidya Bharati Foundation, and Oxford Polytechnic College and Vishwachetan Foundation to this particular FDP. It gives me immense pleasure to give a short introduction of our Honorable Chairman, sir. Sir is a distinguished entrepreneur, educator, visionary leader with an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades. Sir is the founder chairman of several prominent educational institutions, including IBMR Group of Institutions, Vidya Bharati Foundation, Oxford Polytechnic College, with a deep commitment to advancing education and fostering innovation. Sir has been a guiding force behind the growth of multiple academic ventures in India. Since founding IBMR Business School in 1999, Sir has been at the helm of shaping the future of higher education. Sir has also led IBMR Hillside B School in Bangalore since 2002 and founded Oxford Polytechnic in Hubli in 2008. Beyond education, Sir has played a key roles in tech ventures like co-founding Cadonix Infosystems Limited, Software Technology Group, JPMS and Pentagon Engineering, which also contributing to Kinetic Honda Limited as marketing and service engineer earlier in his career. Sir, educational qualification reflect his dedication to both technology and management. Sir took an AMIE degree in engineering with distinction as well as PGDM in management. His academic journey also includes high marks in both his 10th, 12th boards, further exemplifying his commitment to the learning. Over the years, Sir has received several accolades for his leadership and entrepreneurial spirit. Notably, Sir has been honored with Chanakya Award from Public Relations Council of India, the Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2018 award by Times of India, and the Promising Entrepreneur of the Year 2019 by Vijay Karnataka, among others. Sir's efforts have also earned him the Visionary Leader Award for Education in South India 2019 and the Emerging Leadership Award in Management Education 2019 by the Global Educate Forum. As a passionate advocate for entrepreneurship and management, Sir is a member of several prestigious professional bodies, including AIMA New Delhi, IDA, and NIPM. Sir also serves on boards of multiple organizations, including Italian Chamber of Commerce and American Chamber of Commerce. In addition to his role in education, Sir is a co-founder of iInvent Startups, a platform aimed at nurturing innovative business ideas, and IBMR iCover, a collaborative workspace designed to support entrepreneurship. Sir also holds directorial positions in TCS Digital Ion and AIMS IBS Bangalore. further solidifying his impact across various sectors. Sir's leadership is testament to his visionary approach to business and education and his unwavering dedication to shaping the leaders of tomorrow. So I request all of you to join hands to welcome our Honorable Chairman, Shri Vinay Chandra Mahindarkar, sir. I request our Honorable Chairman, Shri Vinay Chandra Mahindarkar, sir, to kindly throw some light on this FDP.
कैसा बोल रहा है वो साउथ वाला है दिखता आवाज आ रहा है
I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone, respected dignitaries and my fellow educators across India. It's a wonderful gathering here. We got more than 200 plus peoples here who are gathered digitally to understand how to get the funding on this research. This many years, I think so. You're doing so many researches. So you've been doing it for so many years with various universities and your institutions across India. But I believe somewhere else we not got that funding to get into the next level of scaling. So that is how we are all gathered here. So to take this opportunity and take a vision from our all learned mentors to understand how we can able to get the funding for these all things. Not only for the we're not only just gathered here to check how to get the NAC and NRF ranking and how to get that milestone, getting the funding from this. We are all here because we are all collective each curiosity. We see challenges in our society and we want to solve them. And but honest truth, always tell you, the great idea without funding is like an engine without fuel. This FDP program is all about you to the key to the kingdom. I think I can say keys to the kingdom is about learning how to pitch your passion so the agencies can help you invest in your vision. And when one of you wins a grant on your research, we're going to be very happy. And please participate in this 5 years, your 5 days events every day. And you can able to exchange your thoughts across all the group members, like-minded peoples, and share your challenges and feel like opening our mindset and try to understand, ask a lot of questions so that experts and everyone can able to share the visions and how to get into this funding for this entire research. Let's turn these 5 days into the start of our new chapter for your institutions and our institution. And thank you everyone and gathered here and have a pleasant stay at with this 5 days workshop FDP program. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shri Vinay Chandra Mahindarkar, sir, our Honorable Chairman of IBMR Group of Institutions, for a wonderful and insightful address. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite the resource person of the FDP, Dr. M.R. Patil, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to present the welcome introduction for our resource person. Dr. M.R. Patil, sir, is an ex-professor in Commerce and Director Research Center, DM's College and Research Center, MAPSA, Goa, and former principal, Vidya Prabodhini College, Parvari, Goa. Sir holds his PhD in banking from Goa University, Goa. Sir has served the institutions for 33 years. Sir is a recipient of Research Award for the research project from the Institute of Banking and Finance, Mumbai. He has completed 4 research projects, 2 major and 2 minor, funded by UGC, ICSSR, and IIBF. Sir has guided 7 PhD and 6 MPhil students. Sir has worked as an editor for the peer-reviewed Indian Journal of Social Science Research during 2013 to 2016. Sir has evaluated 95 doctoral theses of different universities in India and has delivered 125 invited lectures on research at different universities, management institutions, and colleges in India. Sir has organized and conducted 20 workshops and seminars. 2 are in collaboration with TISS and ICSSR Mumbai, both funded and self-financed. Sir has published articles on how to write a quality research proposal to funding agencies, research paper writing, and doctoral thesis writing in the different issues of University News, weekly journals, and higher education, New Delhi, and has published 46 research papers in different reputed journals. Sir is an active member of NAC Peer Team Bangalore. So it is our immense pleasure, sir, that we have a very learned personality, well accomplished personality, who will be guiding us, all of us, throughout these 5 days of the FDP related to how to write a proposal to get grants, from research proposal to get the grants. So I'm very thankful, sir, once again, that in spite of your busy schedule, you have been able to join us and educate us on all the things related to FDP. So I once again welcome Dr. M.R. Patil, sir, to start the FDP. Thank you so much, sir, once again. I request you to start the FDP. Yes.
A very good afternoon to all of you gathered here. Am I audible? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes.
I this in the chat box.
Please type yes. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
To begin with, Honorable Sri Vinay Chandra Mahendrakar sir, founder and chairman, IBMR Group of Institutions, Hubli. Respected Srimati Suma Mahendrakar Madam, Director Trustee, IBMR Group of Institutions. Respected Dr. Ignesh Sakri sir, CEO, IBMR Group of Institutions. Respected Ms. Sanjana Mahendrakar Madam. Respected Dr. Mrs. Rekha Mahendrakar Madam, Director, IBMR B School. Respected Dr. Arun Shetty sir, Principal, IBMR College of Arts and Commerce. Respected Mr. Suresh Mabin sir, Technical Expert, Research Committee Advisor. Respected Dr. Vikram Kulkarni sir, Convener of this FDP program. Respected all heads of different departments of IBMR Group of Institutions. Respected professors, respected research guides, research scholars, faculty members, and my dear students from different universities, B schools, research centers, colleges from different states across India who have joined this national level faculty development program on writing effective research proposals to funding agencies in social sciences. I am indeed extremely happy to witness an overwhelming response to this very, very important FDP and research. I am ever grateful to the management of IBMR for having given me this privilege to be as the resource person for this national level research event. Without the participation and support of my respected colleagues and my dear students, this FDP could not have been possible. I am grateful to each and every one who have made it a point not to miss this FDP. Coming to research, I begin this FDP by quoting one most important quote of great father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi told us, the quote goes like this: live as if you were to die tomorrow. Live, I repeat, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Please see this quote is very wonderful. Learning is a continuous process, irrespective of the age and other things. We need to learn. To begin with, research is the foundation to classroom teaching and learning. And without quality research, classroom teaching and learning shall be incompleted. Therefore, both research and classroom teaching, learning are the two sides of the same coin. Both are interdependent and closely connected with each other. It is true that research has no meaning without teaching learning, and teaching learning has no meaning without the support of research. Hence, the concept called research-based teaching is highly recognized and practiced in the institutions of education across the world. The true research is not publication, but its contribution to society. Today, we have been witnessing several new changes and trends in social science research, such as today's research, by and large, ends in journals, ends in publication, ends in doctoral thesis writing, ends in report writing, and many more. Hardly it goes beyond this. Today, focus of research has been shifted from actual research to data analytical tools, research to publications, self-research to AI-based research, field-based research to online research, and many more. In this process, we lose the real research. Research proposal writing is one of the academic writings like research paper writing, doctoral thesis writing, project report writing, abstract writing, and so on. Social sciences include all the disciplines like commerce, management, economics, sociology, psychology, philosophy, and many more. We write proposals for different purposes like proposal to funding agencies, proposal to organize seminars and workshops, proposal for PhD registration, proposal for fellowship, proposal for postdoctoral research, and many more we write. The success of research proposal not only depends on the quality of the research idea or research problem, more importantly, it depends on the quality of proposal writing. Many times, a good research proposal runs risk of getting rejected only because of its poor writing. In these 5 days FDP program, we are not just learning how to write a research proposal. More importantly, we are learning how to make a good research idea or research problem into a fundable research project. With this brief background, we will go for today's focus of the FDP, just to have an idea about what are the key components of research proposal. What are the key components of research proposal, and how these key components play an important role in influencing research expert committee to accept our proposals and provide funding for those. So I would try to take small PPT for this. May I please have PPT? Yeah. Is this slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate the participation of all of you from different streams across all over the India. No doubt, we are not new. We all are not new to this research proposal writing. This is one of the
Yes, sir.
most, yeah, this is one of the most important academic writings, no doubt about it. How many of you have wrote a research proposal to funding agencies, and how many of you got a success and how many of you could not get a success? Just you can think of. Many times we write a research proposal to funding agencies. If any proposal was rejected, I assume that it is not mainly because of a poor research problem or poor research idea. By and large, it could be because of the poor writing of research proposal, very important properly. So these social science subjects are dynamic in nature. They are not static in nature, but even research also is dynamic in nature. Keeps on changing every day. There is no static as such, dynamic. So proposal writing and key components of proposal also keep on changing depending upon the need, depending upon the requirement, depending upon the changes. What I humbly request to all the participants, we cannot write a research proposal to funding agencies overnight. This needs a lot of time, lot of deliberation, lot of thinking, lot of original idea, original thinking. Today, what is happening, as I mentioned during my introductory talk, there has been a total shift today from actual research to analytical tools. Focus we have given to analytical tools. So when it comes to research, first we choose the research analytical tool, and then we go for a research problem, and we try to mold the research problem, change the research problem to fit into the structure of the tool that we have chosen. It is like this. For a product, fixing a price first. Price is to be decided first, then we go for manufacturing a product. Which one is more appropriate? You can also think whether we can produce a product with all necessary ingredients, with all necessary components, a quality product, then we can think of pricing for it. Or vice versa, decide the price. My product is 500 rupees. Price is decided. So within that 500, I am going to produce a product and fit the product into that within 500 rupees only. Which one is? So our research also, now what is happening? We go for a tools. First thing, tools we identify which tool we are using, which econometrics we are using. So once we decide, because these mindset a little bit needs to be changed, because tool is decided and then we go for a research, then original research won't be there. Research will be diluted. So first we do research. The question of using tool comes only when you collect the required information. So first do research, choose a problem, do proper research. Then when it comes to data analytical part, then you go for tools, then you pick up which tool is suitable to this particular data. It should not be vice versa. Which data is suitable to the selected tool? Which data is suitable to selected tool? That should not happen. So proposal writing, this is one thing we need to think. I appeal the August intellectual gathering, whether my way of thinking in this direction, whether it is right or wrong, you can also please decide. And one more thing today, what is happening in research, we go even research proposal writing. If you AI tool, because self research to research with the help of AI tools. AI tools research. Okay, so for example, then we say field-based research to digital research. We are doing research on digital online research. So I'm just giving one example. When we go for getting feedback from the respondents pertaining to a particular research issue, for example, skill development programs. Take an example of skill development programs and their impact on youth employability. Example that I have taken, skill development program, the central government and the state government have introduced several skill development programs. Suppose if I take a research problem as skill development programs and their impact on youth employability. How far these skill development programs that have been introduced by the government agencies have influenced, have provided, have made our youngsters, have made our youth to be employable. For this, if I am conducting a research, I am trying to find out what are the ground realities. What are the ground realities? To what extent these skill development programs have impacted in providing employment or in making competent of our youths to get employed. In that context, if you want to conduct a survey of the people, of the students who have taken the benefit of these skill development programs, we have two options. One is online survey, another one is field-based survey. Which one will be more effective? What happens now in research? If we go to field and meet the students who have availed skill development programs, okay, when we interact with them, when you build in them confidence, when we build in them trust, when we build in them rapport, and then we go for interacting with them, then there are chances of getting the real truth, the real feedback from them. Otherwise, if we design a Google Sheet questionnaire and circulate it through online to different people and just they are going to tick and then send it back, are we going to get real feedback, okay, real truth from the respondents? It is very difficult. Therefore, whatever AI tools have come up, they are helping. It is always advisable to do research to get a realistic reality or a feedback. We have to go to the field. Therefore, my appeal is that even research proposal writing, don't go directly to AI tool, just typing the topic on the AI tool and asking AI tool to prepare a research proposal for me, and the same proposal when I send to funding agencies, it would be very difficult. But your proposal should be unique, your research problem should be innovative, and your ideas should be unique. And then that uniqueness and innovation and differentiation will come only when we think ourselves, once we use our brain, once we involve in that, once we activate our thought process, then there is a possibility of getting innovative ideas, getting new ideas, getting unique ideas, and proposals should be written by ourselves. For example, I'm telling you, I am talking to you. In my career, I have written 20 research proposals to different funding agencies, including India and abroad. And out of 20, I could succeed in getting 5 research proposals funded. No doubt about it. But to write one research proposal, we require sufficient time, not less than 2.5 months to 3 months. 2.5 months to 3 months. Because we have to think and we have to identify the problem. We have to think about that. Then we have to structure it. then we have to write it. Self-writing. What is more important is self-writing. And I advise about AI tools. Best, I am also using AI tools, but no doubt, use it as a source. Use it as a source. Why? Original intelligence is always superior to artificial intelligence. All AI tools have been prepared by you people only. So therefore, don't try to depend upon the tools that are available, because as a result, if we depend on that and our brain gets, stopped working, and we will not get innovative ideas. So therefore, proposal writing, there are three phases: pre-proposal writing, proposal writing, post-proposal writing. Okay, pre-proposal writing, we have to think. We have to think about the research problem. Okay, think about how it is to be structured. Am I right? So I will take the slide. I have told few things, which are going to help. Yeah. This slide is audio. This slide is visible. This slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, yes,
Am
sir.
I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You are comfortable. You are comfortable or going beyond this one? Yes. May I please know? It's unstable.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. There might be some connection problem. Okay. Yeah. Research, as all we know, okay, it is a systematic and scientific inquiry or investigation into new knowledge, information, facts in any branch of knowledge or discipline. Yes. Okay. It is a systematic and scientific inquiry or investigation into new knowledge, because once we do a research, okay, always we are getting new information, new knowledge. Okay. Say for example, waste management. Okay, waste management and recycling practices. Okay, in HDMC, Hubli Dharwad HDMC, waste management and recycling practices. Any example you take, if you conduct research in this, we try to come to know what are the best waste management practices and recycling practices that being practiced by any agency or any corporation, any HDMC, that we learn always new thing, provided the research process should be systematic and scientific. What do you mean by research proposal? What do you mean by research proposal? May I please know from anybody? Can you please help me? What do you understand by research proposal? Writing to funding agencies. If anyone.
It is the submission of ideas
Yeah.
to be further explored or discovered
Yeah.
by the research.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Anybody would like to add?
It is the plan of research, the scientific inquiry which we are going to undertake.
Yeah.
It's a and it's all how it will be conducted,
Okay.
and the full plan which we are going to submit to the funding agency.
Funding agency. Very good. Proposal research value. Proposal is nothing but a plan. Proposal is nothing but a detailed plan of action. A detailed plan of action relating to the chosen research problem to be carried out to complete the task. Detailed plan we need to provide in the written form, and the same is to be submitted to the funding agencies. That's very good. I appreciate all of you. You have an idea. A detailed, complete plan of action right from beginning. Right from beginning, choosing the problem till the end. Detailed plan we have to prepare in black and white, and the same to be submitted to the funding agencies and fulfilling the requirements of the funding agency. So that is a research proposal. Then what goes in research proposal? Ideal structure. I'm sure many of you must have certainly prepared a research proposal and submitted to funding agencies, but always keep on changing, always keep on changing. What should be the ideal proposal should have, or you can say, what is the ideal structure of the research proposal? Research proposal begins with, okay, first item in the research proposal. So now, can you please tell me, when are we going to write a research proposal? When are we going to write a research proposal? When we sit to write a research proposal, what is the stage?
When we already know the problem, the challenges,
Yeah,
and
very
we
good.
have a clear idea about how to process that.
Yeah, very good.
That is the
See,
time when we have to submit a
After
proposal.
completing our review of literature,
very good, very good. I appreciate. The research proposal writing comes in picture, starts
During the planning phase.
only as and when,
Planning phase.
yeah,
Planning phase of the research.
planning stage of the research. Even though I will just add little. Once you identify and select the research problem, suppose you have identified a good research problem, say that women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. Women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. You have identified this as a research problem. Or you take another example, digital financial inclusion and its impact on households in select talukas of one particular district, say Dharwad district. What I am trying to say is that digital financial inclusion and its impact on households in select talukas of Dharwad district. Suppose you reach to this particular research problem, or you have taken women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment in select entrepreneurs and select MSME in Hubli city. Suppose if this particular problem we have chosen, or you take another research problem, say for example, climate change and its impact on agricultural productivity and food security. Agriculture productivity and food security. Take another research problem, that sustainable agricultural practices and their impact on food security and farmers' income. Food security and farmers' income. So like this, once you reach to the kind of situation, a particular research problem, then begins proposal writing. But many times what we do, we start proposal writing. It will not happen. So to choose and reach to a particular research problem, as I mentioned, it takes a lot of time. It needs a lot of your entire intellectual brainstorming, internal session, interaction with many people to choose a particular problem. And you go into the depth of that, and finally you arrived to a particular problem. Then you try to begin or write a research proposal. Then you look which funding agency you would like to submit, and what kind of guidelines that funding agency has got. Accordingly, you start preparing. Please remember, by and large, the research proposal has a common structure. Research proposal has common structure by and large, to applicable to everywhere. I know that you have come from a different background, different disciplines, no doubt. Some are psychology, some are home science, some are nursing. You have come from a different background, but more or less the structure to each and every discipline will remain with minor changes. Therefore, please remember, I take by and large examples pertaining to commerce, management, economics like that. But I request to the delegates of other disciplines, please try to link the same thing to your kind of discipline, your kind of subject. There is no doubt about it. Once you choose a particular problem, that takes a lot of time. Choosing and identifying, finding the relevance of that topic takes a lot of time. Then you start writing a research proposal. Suppose which one you would like to take? I cited some of the examples. Suppose if you take women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. Economic empowerment in select MSME in Hubli city, suppose. If we take that research problem, then the structure begins with the first thing will come executive summary. The first thing will come executive summary. Summary needs to be. The second thing, first thing before executive summary, we have to frame the title. We have to frame the research title. For example, entrepreneurship, women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. Or you take another example, skill development programs and their impact on youth employability. Suppose if you take this kind of problem, then title has to be formulated properly. What could be the title? Can we take the same as a title? Can you take the same as a title? Suppose skill development programs and their impact on youth employability, or women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. Shall we take the title as it is, or needs to be made any changes? Am I audible to you?
So it should indicate which is your area and
Sir,
for which
we
period you are
have
going to
to
indicate your
put
study.
it in the question form later on.
May not necessarily. It should be in the question form. We need to make a title, no doubt it, but we have to specify, we have to define. Okay. Say, for example, as I said, title properly. Okay. Women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment in select MSME in Hubli city, an empirical study or a field-based study, or you can add. So like that title we have to frame. So first thing comes title of the research proposal. Thereafter we have to bring executive summary. After the title, we have to bring executive summary. Executive summary, shall we write in the beginning or shall we write at the end of the proposal?
It's written at the end.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
Summary
It's
is
written
probably
at
the
the
whole
end.
sum of something, no?
Yeah, surely.
Be at the end, not in the introduction, because you have already mentioned there will be an introduction to the program or a problem. So summary is basically being given at the end, no?
And summary should be given soon after the title. Summary should be given soon after the title. I do
Summary
agree.
is more like an abstract.
Yeah, it is like an abstract. It is like an abstract, but we say here executive summary. Abstract we use in case of research paper writing. Executive summary, I do agree. You have rightly pointed out. Executive summary needs to be written once you complete your research proposal, including all the components. Then the same whatever core components you have included in the research proposal, that only we are bringing in the form of a summary, because the research committee or funding agencies may not be very much keen to go through the detailed proposal, or they are very much keen to just look at a glance the executive summary. If executive summary is poorly written, then they will not go to the proposal. If the executive summary is poorly written, a possibility of going to next item is very less. Therefore, we have to take utmost care even when we write an executive summary once it is selected. So executive summary writing comes at the end. So after the executive summary, we need to introduce research problem. We need to introduce research problem. Suppose any research problem you choose, okay? Suppose as we have taken an example of women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment is we have made a title, and we have to introduce this topic, introduction to research problem. Okay, so in introduction normally how you begin. Suppose in this particular example, how we begin.
We introduce the topic with reference to different places and conditions, probably.
Of course, exactly.
So you will start by introducing what is the scope of women entrepreneurs and how they have actually changed the status earlier and now.
Yeah, status and all, we go to literature review. Introduction, just introduce, taking into account the origin of women entrepreneurship, how women entrepreneurship has spread, how it has grown stage wise. Even you can, in introduction, you can take in very brief. Introduction should not be 10 page or 5 page in the research proposal. Introduction should be half page or even 1 page maximum introduction. So even you take women entrepreneurs across the globe, very brief, when it is originated, come to India, come to Karnataka state, come to Maharashtra state, come to Gujarat state, come to a particular district, come to a particular taluk, and slowly narrow down. And this has to be properly connected. This has to be properly and logically connected, and the reader should feel very impressive. Okay, reader has to read it. So many times what we do introduction. Therefore, I am telling, don't go to AI tools to download. This needs to be written by the research scholar by himself. Then introduction nicely comes. So here you are supposed to bring this. Then next item, significance or relevance of research problem. Whatever components I am sharing with you here, I only have decided out of my research experience. I have not taken from any resource or anything. I have developed my own, but references I have used, no doubt. The next one, significance or relevance of research problem. How important this women entrepreneurship in the economy, okay, in the society. Why we go for economic empowerment for women? How are they going to contribute to the nation, to the society? Significance or relevance of research problem. Don't misunderstand significance of research problem and statement of research problem. These are two different components. Significance of research problem and statement of research problem. These are two different components. Here in significance, we are highlighting, we are emphasizing how important women entrepreneurship in the economy, okay, in the economic development, in the economic contribution, and to the society. Why do we empower women? How it contributes. This is a significance or relevance of research problem. Thereafter, third item we go for need for the study. I am trying to give substitute words. Many times you find different words. Need for the study, statement of research problem, problem focus, or one and the same. Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Are you getting what I'm trying to share with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Fine, thank you. Need for the study, statement of problem, problem focus are one and the same. Interchangeably you can use. Have you got an idea the difference between relevance of research problem and statement of research problem? I am sure. Yes. Am I clear to you about this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Please keep in mind when you write your research proposal, don't confuse and don't mix up these two. What exactly statement of problem focus. Statement of problem is nothing but the statement of problem. You are going to describe the research issues, research questions, research problems that you are going to investigate in your research. That you are going to investigate it. Confined. Okay, structured statement of problem. Significance, much scope. Statement of problem speaks what the research scholar intends to investigate. What the research scholar intends to investigate. What challenges you would like to investigate. What issues you would like to investigate. What problems, what research questions that he or she is going to address in his research. That is a statement of problem. Statement of problem will not simply come. You have to make a lot of work. In case of women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment, they have been facing several problems. Problems might be limited access to finance, limited access to marketing linkage, inadequate managerial skills, socio-cultural constraints, support. There might be many problems or socio-economic characteristics. What am I going to study? Or am I going to study what are the factors that are influencing women entrepreneurship? What are the constraints that are stopping women entrepreneurship? What are the problems the women entrepreneur are going to face? They have faced. So this statement of problem. And a similar way, if you take a topic like skill development programs and their impact on youth employability. There are many skill development programs that have been introduced and youths have been trained, developed. In spite of that, still there is no growth in youth employment. There has been unemployment. Why there has been unemployment? What are the causes? What are the reasons? What you are going to study? You are going to study, how many youths have employed through skill development programs, and what are the shortcomings of skill development programs? Have skill development programs made any impact on youth employability, or have they made any impact on enhancing the competencies of youth, competencies of youngsters? So you are going to study all those things. Therefore, in a statement of problem, you have to specifically define, describe the actual issues, actual problems that you are going to investigate in your research study. Very specific. But if you go to the statement of problems of PhD thesis, of research projects, you just go through and you find what we have written in this statement of problem. Just we are writing something else only. Most of the things you please go through, you will not come. So if this is the case, how do we expect funding agencies to accept our research proposal? I am just citing, I submitted one research proposal to one of the funding agencies called Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, Mumbai. All India, they used to invite research proposals. And shortlisted proposals, they are called for a presentation. And among shortlisted proposals of 7, 8, I am one of them. It is all India competition. And with me, the other people who have submitted research proposal are professors from IIM Bangalore, professors from IIT Mumbai, professors from Jawaharlal Nehru University. This is way back in 2004. But I prepared a proposal. I took 2-3 months. I worked on that. I worked on that and submitted, shortlisted, and called for a presentation. And when I made a presentation before the research committee, And one of the committee member made a remark that, you have become an expert in writing research proposal, but whether it is positive remark or negative remark, I didn't understand, but positively I came out. Within a week's time, I received a letter. You have been selected for the research award. So in that research proposal, I made something, for example, statement of problem. I divided into three myself. I divided into three. One is importance, second one is problem, then there is a need. I highlighted the topic. Okay, my topic was regional imbalances in agriculture credit in the state of Goa. Regional imbalances in agriculture credit in the state of Goa, cause and effect analysis. This is the research problem that I have chosen because they only give the topic theme, and on that theme you have to prepare. And on that proposal I made, I nicely segregated importance, problems, and needs, three components. This is the uniqueness of the research proposal. This is the uniqueness of the research proposal. I hope you understood the statement of problem. Then we go for a review of literature. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Review of
Yes, sir.
literature. Okay, in brief, I am telling because we have to discuss in the subsequent 4 days. Review of literature comes in question. What is review of literature? Little bit to understand. Anybody would like to contribute in this? Anybody would like to share?
Yeah, it is a fundamental for research.
Okay, fine. I am audible to all of
Here we
you.
would,
You can hear
here
me?
we would study,
Yeah.
here we would study mostly either the status, like the topic that you chose.
Yeah.
We can study the status prior. Then if
Okay.
there is any study or papers, also literature review can be done.
Okay, fine. The review of literature means
And
previous
so-
research work. Previous research work in the chosen research problem. Why do we do this? I discuss in detail in the subsequent this thing. Here you have to, whatever review of literature you have done, suppose I have chosen a topic like, regional imbalances in agriculture credit in the state of Goa, cause and effect analysis. Then I need to find out what are the previous research studies in the chosen problem, either in the state of Goa or elsewhere in the country, to find out where research stands in the chosen problem. Accordingly, I can mold, I can modify, I can revise my research objectives. The purpose here is to go for a review of literature. Two main things we need to understand. One thing is research process, how research was being carried out. Second thing, one is research gap. And those research gaps that I am going to fulfill in my research study. That is why it is required. Detail we will discuss in the subsequent session. Research objectives. After review of literature, next comes to research objectives. You have to set the research objectives. Very, very practical objectives you have to set. Then after research objectives, you have to go for research assumptions. or research hypothesis. So these are in the order we are going. After research assumptions, as we know, research assumptions are hypothesis, tentative statements that we are going to do in our chosen problem. Okay. And always one thing you please remember, there is a good connectivity among all. What I am saying, the issues and research problems or research issues that are described in the statement of problem should be reflected in research assumptions. And research assumptions should be reflected in research objectives. They should go together. It should not so happen statement of problem speaks one thing, research objectives are another thing, research hypotheses are something else different. No, there should be proper coordination among these three. Statement of problem, what you are going to highlight it, okay, those issues or questions that you are going to investigate should be reflected in your research assumptions. And whatever assumptions I have made, those assumptions should be reflected in our research objectives. This kind of coordination we need to take care while preparing the proposal. After that, there is a next thing comes research design and methodology. Okay, research design and methodology. There you need to cover sampling. There you need to cover sampling. Sampling again raises three questions: sampling unit, sample size, and sampling method. You have to detail, you have to tell. Sampling unit, which is the sampling unit? Suppose if you take, women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment, your sampling unit would be women entrepreneurs. If you take skill development programs and their impact on youth employability, your sampling unit would be, can you please tell me?
The employed youth.
The employed youths or the youths, those who have availed skill development training programs. Am I right? Yes. This is the sampling unit.
So those who have availed the training but may not be employed, how you can study them?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Now what happens? You can study both. Those who have employed also and those who have not employed also, because both have availed the training programs, and you find out the causes in case of those who have not employed but they have availed skill development training programs, and why they have been not employed. What are the reasons? Have they understood skill development programs properly, or do they find any shortfalls in skill development programs? All skill development programs are not designed as per their requirement. Vice versa, you go for the people who have been employed.
Well, even we can submit a comparative between the skilled employed and skilled unemployed.
Very good. You can make one objective, one separate objective in your research proposal. Okay, both we can. For example, sometime, you see, when we choose an organization, when we choose a bank, we always see profit-making bank for our research. Why not loss-making bank? Why not loss-making bank?
In order to prevent the profit making from getting into losses, there should be research on those non-profiteering institutions and organizations, and even the individuals also.
Yeah, non-profit institutions and organizations also we can conduct research. The outcome will be very good. Why? Why they are not making profit? Why they have incurred losses? What are the causes? Even profit making also you can study. Loss making also you can study. Don't choose only good organization. Choose bad organization. Why it is bad? Whether itself is a bad, we have made a bad. Reasons we can. That would be more, worthy study than profit making analysis. So sampling unit, sample size, sampling method, we will deliberate more on the next session. Selection of company, in case you are choosing the company, selection of respondents, selection of quantitative parameters. See, all things are required. Quantitative parameters, selection of qualitative parameters for evaluating, for assessing, even skill development programs and their impact. What would be the quantitative parameters? What could be the quantitative parameters? Yes, one or two variables.
Level of study earlier.
Youth experiences.
No,
youth experiences.
Madam, selection of quantitative parameters means what? No, variables you are choosing. For example, number of programs, number of statistics it is, quantitative. Number of skill development programs, number of students availed skill development programs, number of resource person conducted skill development program. Then qualitative variables about the quality of the program, how content was, how resource person was, okay, how influencing the content. qualitative parameters. To assess the impact of skill development programs, you can choose both qualitative parameters, quantitative parameters to be included in your questionnaire. Okay. Data source you have to highlight in the research proposal. Then data collection instrument. What would be the data collection instrument? You have to describe in brief. What could be the data collection instrument?
The tools used for the research purposes?
Data collection. How are you going to collect the data?
Survey or interview.
Questionnaire, sir.
Surveys, yes.
From the respond.
Questionnaires, interviews. Questionnaire, interview.
Yeah, very good. You use the questionnaire. Interview scheduled you use, questionnaire you use, open-end questionnaire, close-end questionnaire, interview scheduled instrument. That is what we call data collection instrument. Okay. Then respondents contact method. You have
Sir,
to.
could you, excuse
Yes.
me, sir.
Yes.
Could you please once again explain the review part, on previous page? Given,
Previous
no?
piece.
Review literature. Review
Yeah.
literature. It is to be done by the one who is doing the research, or what?
Yeah.
What it is like?
No, review of
Self
literature.
review or what?
Review of literature in simple, I am telling you, review of literature speaks about the study of previous research work that was carried out by the earlier research scholars in the chosen research problem.
Okay.
Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
Why it should be done? Why it should be done? To one thing, it should be done to minimize, to avoid duplication of research.
Hmm.
Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Duplication
Review
of,
of other review of the references, no?
yeah,
Literature. Okay.
literature review.
Yes.
Previous work it is. Previous literature means anything, any information, no? Previous research work. Previous research work. That comes only when you choose, when you have chosen the problem. When you have started, you are going to start writing research proposal. When you have finalized your research problem, then you have to see what is happening earlier in the chosen problem. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But there are certain topics wherein you will not find a previous research work. Suppose you have taken a unique research problem, innovative research problem. Am I clear to you?
Yes,
then
sir.
You are going to establish literature.
The new theories, no?
New stories.
New theories.
New theories. You are going to establish literature. Suppose you took a topic, innovative topic like, something. Am I clear to you? For example,
yes, sir.
Suppose you find sustainable, sustainable agricultural practices. Sustainable agricultural practices. Okay, or you took the topic of, management of technology and innovation in Maruti Udyog Limited. If nobody has studied earlier, because all research study problems may not necessarily we have to do research, literature review. If your research problem is unique, innovative one, first topic, then you will not find previous research studies, no? Startups, for example, or any other new topic, you will not find previous research work. In that case, no need of literature. Yours is unique topic. You only have to create a literature after studying that. Am I go next?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Respondents contact method. Respondents contact method. You have to give about this also in the research proposal. Respondents contact method, what does it mean? Respondents contact method.
How you will select the respondents?
Yeah.
Ethical considerations.
Suppose you have chosen, 250 or 300 trained graduates through skill development programs. 250 you have chosen. Out of 250, 125 is employed, 125 is not employed. Like that we have chosen. But how are you going to contact them? That is the respondents contact method. Respondents contact method. You can use personal interview method. You can use group discussion method. You can use observation method. You can use Google Sheet method. Yes. Hello. Am I clear? Yes. Am I clear to respondents contact method?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Then thereafter we have to data analytical tools. What are we using? Depending on the type, the nature of data. So now, see, after you collect the data, it is always advisable to go for a tools. First, only don't choose the tools because it disturbs the original research. Because it molds the research as per the tool. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you can go descriptive statistics. You can go now software packages, SPSS packages, Gretel, and many more innovative tools have been developed and softwares that are available for data analysis. Go to the package, regression analysis, correlation analysis, econometrics, descriptive statistics. What type of tool we can? 1 or 2, 3 tools most appropriate. Don't use n number of tools listing as they are freely available. Please don't use that. Appropriate 1 or 2 tools. N number of tools and n number of statistical values will spoil the research. We need not use as many as 2, 3. Ultimately, you are analyzing. See, now tools have been developed n number. But 50 years ago, 100 years ago, there was a research. Where there were tools that time, there were no tools. But people used to do research, wonderful research. Because of that research only, we could see the growth and expansion of economies across the world. But that time, how they did? That time research output was not useful. It was useful because of their research output was useful. We are here today. We can talk, at a distance. So therefore, tools you can use appropriate tools, 2 or 3. Ultimately, what is important? Most important is your outcome should be useful to the society. Outcome should be useful to the society, not to the doctoral thesis, not to the library, not to the research publication. Somewhere it should benefit. Either it should benefit to the research scholar, or it should benefit to the organization which you are studying, or it should benefit to the society at large. Otherwise, there is no point in research. Okay, this is one item. Then the scope of the study. You have to define the scope. We have to define the scope. Whether you are, suppose if you are studying skill development programs and youth employability, scope you have to define. Are you studying general stream, only become BA, BSc graduates? Are you studying engineering graduates? Are you taking both engineering and general graduates? Are you taking only B schools graduates? Scope, or whether it extends to all, or only ITI people I am trying to understand. Only MBA professionals I am trying to understand. Only BCA become BBA graduates I am trying to understand. Only engineering I am trying to understand. Even in engineering, only I would like to know mechanical discipline graduates. I would like to know how far they are employed. So scope of them. Scope can be understood in 2 ways. 2 ways. One, can you please tell me the 2 meanings of scope? One is coverage.
The area of
Area
study.
coverage. Huh? Another one scope speaks about the relevance. Sometimes, no, after once I complete BCom, okay, then I'm trying to join PG program. I come to my professor and ask, sir, which PG program will have a better scope? Which PG program will have better scope? Which PG program will have better employability? That speaks importance. Okay, for your information. Then conceptual framework, this is another item. All these are commonly looked by almost all the funding agencies. Conceptual framework. What does it mean, conceptual framework? Conceptual framework, suppose if I take women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. Women entrepreneurship, there is a concept. Economic empowerment, there is a concept. These concepts that are being used should be made clear in this. What are the concepts? Like flowing very smoothly. Conceptual framework we have to develop, covering both women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. Describing concepts are to be made clear. What do you mean by women entrepreneurship and what is economic empowerment? And what are the things that have been covered? What are the concepts that have been covered? Conceptual framework. This is another item. Then implications of the study. Implications of the study. Anybody would like to add in this implication of the study? What does it mean? What is the relevance in the research proposal?
Where all the findings of this study can be applied.
Very good, very good. Where it is implicated, implication of the study, okay, where the outcomes are being used, where my research will have an implication. Will have an implication for policy formulation, will have an implication for redesigning a skill development program. ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Hello. Implications of the study we have understood. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Implications
Yes, sir.
of the study
Yes,
in that case, no.
Where we
Because-
have to do our research. It
Yes.
represents the area of research, area of
whatever the area, suppose I have taken women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment topic, okay, my study, how it is going to benefit, to whom it is going to benefit, possible expected implications on policy formulation, on developing women entrepreneurship programs, where it is going to benefit. Is it going to benefit here you are going to give a tentative possible implications. You are not, because it is a proposal. This is a proposal plan. In the plan, you have to say, probably my research work would certainly benefit to these sections in terms of making or framing some policies, some programs, some systems, some practices that way. So then next comes year-wise plan of research work. This is most important. Year-wise plan of research work. Okay, suppose if you are proposing proposed topic for 2 years or for 1 year, then you have to give 2 year, 1 year, you have to give a detailed plan. Okay, first 2 months, what I am going to do? Review of literature I am going to do, survey I am going to do, okay, interaction I'm going to do. Okay, data I'm going to collect. Okay, questionnaire I'm going to design. So what are the research work that are involved in that research? And year-wise, month-wise, I'm going to give a plan, tentative plan. Month-wise, very important. Month-wise, I'm going to give a plan. That's a year-wise research plan. So this all needs a lot of mental thinking, mental deliberation, mental interaction. Therefore, self-writing, self-thinking, self-research, please prefer. If I depend on AI tool, then for everything I have to depend on AI tool. When I depend on AI tool, when I submit a proposal using AI tool, then when I go for an interaction, what can I present myself? I have to ask AI tool, please present on behalf of me. This will happen. Okay. Then financial assistance required. How much funds I require? Here we have to be very honest. When I make a financial assistance requirement, 5 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, whatever, suppose in case of earlier, now this major UGC projects and minor UGC project, for the time being, they are discontinued. But earlier, 10 to 15 lakh is the maximum ceiling for a major research project in social sciences. But they are giving 15 lakh. I should not accelerate unnecessarily to reach 15 lakh. What actually required? We have to be very honest in giving a budget for the proposal. They like more budget should be as economical as possible. I am not saying you do on your own or you spend from your pocket, but don't exaggerate the budget requirement. Take a small state like Goa for conducting primary survey. If I give a budget of 2 lakh, people will laugh. Goa state to travel all over the state, how much amount to require? So 2 lakh is a unrealistic budget. Therefore, exact budget we have to. Economical budget always they prefer. Then last one is evidence of researchers' interest. Evidence of researchers' interest. What is required here? Evidence of researchers' interest. Suppose if I am doing skill development programs and their impact on youth employability, what experience do I have in that? What knowledge do I have in that? What research do I have in that? That is evidence of researcher. Researcher means myself submitting the research proposal. Have I developed any training programs? Have I developed any skill development programs? Have I attended at least any skill development programs? Have I written any research paper on skill development programs? What is the credibility? What are the credentials do I have? That is evidence of researchers' interest. So I am sure we have touched upon most of the this is a quality research proposal core components. You may not find all these in one proposal, but when I am discussing core components of research proposal should have all these components when we are sending to funding agency. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
a little another 15 minutes I will wind up.
So can you please repeat a little bit about conceptual framework?
Conceptual framework, am I right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Conceptual framework we have developed based on the concept. Based on the concept. So my research focusing on two concepts. One is women entrepreneurship and another one is economic empowerment. How they are correlated? What does speak women entrepreneurship? What does it speak economic empowerment? And how my study linked to these both. conceptual framework means a guideline we have to develop. Is nothing but just you are defining the concepts that are being used in your research. Say any other concept you are using other than these, those have been my study, my research study, okay, goes around these areas. These are the things that are being touched upon by my research work. Concepts are to be made very clear. Conceptual framework, that is one item. Okay. You have to define the concepts, basically two concepts. One is women entrepreneurship, we have to define what does it mean, and economic empowerment we have to define, and we have to link both of them. That speaks about conceptual framework of your research work. Yes, have you got some idea?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you will be more, enriched reading some more literature, no doubt about it. These are the, core components of research proposal we have to include and we have to describe. Next slide. A little bit, essentials of essentials of good research title. Okay, when you frame the title, okay, research title, you have to keep in mind these. It should be easily understandable. When you frame the research title, it should be, because we should not use complicated words. Sometimes people understand that, using idioms and phrases and difficult words, technical words, our things are being appreciated. This is our understanding. No, the entire thing what we are doing, research or publication, everything, it is just communicating to the public at large. We are communicating to the public at large. So when I frame the research title, it should be read by people. It should be read by people and understood by people at large. It should not be complicated. It should be reader friendly. It should be reader friendly. Therefore, simple title you frame, not complicated. Then it should be impressive and catchy, because title plays a major role. Title of your research proposal plays a major role, because the person first interacts with the title. Title only. If title is impressive, if title is so clear, if title is so catchy, then he will go to next reading. Otherwise, he will keep there only. It should convey readers as much as possible. It should indicate location of the study, as one of you indicated, location should be highlighted. Suppose if I say skill development programs and their impact on youth employability, then it is a vague. It is a vague. We have to specify where I am going to study. It should take readers as quickly as possible to the content of research work. It should be very clear and specific. It should be as precise as possible. Yeah. Why is title more important? Provides first impression. I will briefly go ahead. Spells out key ideas. From the title only, people understand what research is going to do. It should be like that. Focuses researcher's investigation. Serves as a mini abstract of investigation. Makes the reader stay with the proposal. Takes reader to content of the proposal. These are the, these are the beauty of quality title we are framing. Am I audible, my dear colleagues? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
You This slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
Formulation of research title. How do we frame title for research topic? I have raised two questions. Please read. Please read, one of you.
Are we framing title first and then think of research question bar issues? Or are we thinking of research question bar issue and then framing research title?
Is this class meeting is over?
I'm unable to hear the speaker actually.
I also.
I think class is over.
I think so.
There is a message in the group about the class to be resuming in 5 minutes.
नहीं तो यहाँ छोड़ छोड़ देता है
Welcome back. Very good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry for the interruption. Small.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It's okay, sir.
Little problem with internet. We have reached yes, this slide is visible. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
sir.
Please. I welcome
Yes,
back.
sir.
Yeah. Good evening once again. Yes, please. Hello.
Yes, hello,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Sorry. When there is here raining heavily, some interruption.
No issue, sir.
Yeah. Slide. Section. Yeah, I am sure this slide is visible. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You see formulation of research title, no? I have raised two questions. Are we framing title first and then think of research questions? Or are we thinking of research questions, issues, and then framing research title? Which one we can?
Taking the problem first and then putting title to it.
Yeah, a second option, no? Or are we thinking of research questions
Second,
and then
thinking of research
so
and
first
then getting it.
first we need not go for a title framing. Once everything is thought and finalized, then we go for framing a research title. Okay. Can you observe these examples? Framing a research title. Yes. Can you see this slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First one is the quality of higher education and employability of graduates. Is it clear? Title is clear?
No, it is not specific.
It is unclear. The improved title you please see. Quality of higher education and employability of graduates in select institutions in Mumbai city. Experience from stakeholders. This assumes to be a clear title. First one.
But the title is too long. Whether could we have such long titles?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Still, you can always, there is a scope for improvement. Still, we can shorten this title. All of you, I request, please think and make it still shorter, but I have made it clear. First one is unclear. Second one is clear. Quality of higher education and employability of graduates in select institutions in Mumbai city. experience from stakeholders. Okay. Yeah, here you see. Can it be visible? Can it be visible, this title? Yes. Is it visible, this title?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a very big recent trends in pharmaceutical marketing, its effect on society with special reference to scope and role of, it is a big one. Absence of clarity and preciseness. So this can be split into 2-3 research topics. So down it is written one, recent trends in pharmaceutical marketing and experience from Goa. So what happens? There is always scope. Suppose I have given this title today, tomorrow I will come up with another title which is much better than this. Always scope for improvement. This is not final. That is why I told the social science subjects, including research, these are dynamic, keeps on changing every moment, and there is a scope for improvement. Here you can see women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment, a study of rural India. This is so big. Study of rural India, it is so big. Absence of preciseness and catchy. And the same one you make it specific. Women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment, a study with reference to Dharwad district. Still we can improve. Still we can shorten. Still we can make simple. Some examples. Huh? Can you read this example? First one. Yes, please.
Problems and prospects of industry in India, a descriptive study, unclear, not specific.
Would it be okay? Problems and prospects of industry in India looks good, but would it be okay for research?
No, sir.
Is it okay?
What kind of industry are they talking about? It
Yeah,
is not
very
clear.
good. Industry is big, no?
It's a huge subject, yes.
Huge topic, unclear and not very huge topic it is. We cannot do research like this. Problems and prospects of.
It's not defining a specific subject, industries.
Yeah, industry you define. IT industry, steel industry, small scale industry. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes.
FMCG industry, then the auto industry, even in
Public and private sector industries.
yeah, even in auto industry, if you cannot study entire auto industry, research should be as small as micro as. Even in that case, you narrow down one or two company or a company. Say for example, management of technology and innovation in Maruti Udyog Limited, a case study. Like that it should come. This is example. Even one particular industry also is a big. Then demographic characteristics and their influence on savings and investment. Okay. Investors. This is also very big topic, unclear and ambiguous. Then waste management and recycling practices in India. Shall we take this topic? Shall we carry research?
It is too huge to cover, sir.
Too huge,
and
no. Whole India,
even,
who will
even
go?
and even it would lack facts and references.
Yeah, you narrow down. You need to narrow down. Bring to the state, bring to the district, bring to few talukas, or bring to one corporation. One corporation. Always research, they appreciate. Research should be as micro as possible, and investigation should be as in-depth as possible. Please remember. Research should be, topic should be as micro as possible, and research or investigation should be as in-depth as possible. These studies are appreciated. Now here there are some, what funding agencies look for? Please remember, so far we have discussed, I have summed up here, funding agencies will look for unique and original research idea, research topic. Then policy-oriented or outcome-based research, not simply research. Suppose if I take a research on financial performance of Life Insurance Corporation of India. Life Insurance Corporation of India is doing so well. And what policy orientation or outcome is going to be benefited? Policy-oriented research. Whatever research, say for example, climate change and its impact on agricultural productivity and food security is a very burning topic, very relevant topic. If I study something, certainly something outcome would be useful for policy formulation for agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. Then interdisciplinary research, that is also encouraged. Two discipline, for example, management and psychology. Management and psychology. Management and science. For example, management practices in healthcare industry, management practices in select private and public hospitals. Then occupational stress and its impact on performance of employees in IT companies. Like that, interdisciplinary they like agriculture and management. Field-based research, what they like more, field-based interaction. You have to meet personally the respondents, not online-based research, not a digital research, sitting before the computer, sitting in the closed walled room. So we cannot carry research, field-based. You see all foreign research. Foreigners visit India, do research. They stay in village. They stay in village. They stay in rural area. They develop rapport with the rural people and they build confidence in them. Then they start their research. Where we are doing in internet within 2 days, the research will be completed. It should convince the research expert committee. Sorry. Economical budget estimates, as I said, topics should be micro in nature and study should be intensive in depth. Then what qualities still there? Yeah, clear justification of rationale behind selecting research problem. I have to justify as a research scholar why I have selected skill development programs and their impact on youth employability. Why I have selected? Why not I have selected digital financial inclusion and their impact on households in select talukas of district. I have to justify, give the rationale, give the reason behind that. I have to prove it, why it is so important. Time-bound complete plan of research work. 2 years I have given, 1.5 years I have given, I should complete within no time because they will not wait. I have to work regularly on that. Social impact, policy implications. Simple, clear, precise and catchy title of research topic as we have discussed. Well-defined methodology, data source, sampling design. Research should benefit to the researcher, to the society, and to the concerned company. Research should, as I told in the beginning, research should not end in journals. Research should not end in publication. It should go beyond that. Supportive evidence of proposal writer's interest. As I said earlier, thorough knowledge about the research problem, original and innovative thinker, qualities of proposal writer. Qualities of proposal writer. What qualities I I as a proposal writer should have a qualities. Suppose I have taken agriculture, climate change and its impact on agriculture, I should have a thorough knowledge, sorry, I should have a thorough knowledge in agriculture. I should have a thorough background in agriculture. And when I made a presentation before the IIBF Mumbai, Indian Institute of Banking and Finance on agriculture topic, I cited in my presentation all live examples of agriculture because I have come from agriculture background. I did agriculture in the beginning. So I have a confidence in that and I have a background knowledge of agriculture. So like that, if you are in the women entrepreneurship making a topic, you should have a little background knowledge about that particular topic. Then research ideas should be original and innovative. Prefer original intelligence OI to artificial intelligence. Because please don't stop your thought process. Okay, our brain is superior to any artificial intelligence. These are being appreciated by the funding agencies. Self-writer, don't ask, you take the help of AI tools, but you write. You write on your own. There should be a proper connectivity, there should be simplicity, there should be an adjustment. Your involvement in research proposal writing is a must. Writing skills we required. Here, basic language skills, for example, okay, writing skills, how we can convert complex sentences into simple sentences. First to thinking. For example, when I submit a proposal, I submitted one proposal to ICSSR New Delhi. Okay, then once they send to make a revision, I made a revision. Second time they send again raising some queries, I made a revision. Third time again they sent with some queries, I made a revision. Finally it is approved. So we have to have a patience, plus we have to have a positive thinking. Then presentation skills. Many times what happens, we write a good proposal. Then sometimes we lack presentation skills before the committee when they call. So you have to be very thorough and how to plead, how to impact, okay, your presentation, justifying your topic plays a major role in differentiating your research proposal from other proposals. Strong willpower, research interest. Research interest is required. Without interest for the sake of proposal writing, for the sake of research paper writing, we should not. Strong willpower, good reading and writing habits. Nobody can deny this because reading and writing habits are vanishing these days. Okay, we as a teacher, always we have to be a continuous reader and writer. Therefore, continuous learning we have to practice. So these are some of the qualities of a research proposal writer. I have taken a lot of time. We have gone beyond the scheduled, and with this I try to conclude today's session by extending my appreciation and sincere thanks to each and every one of you for patient listening my non-stop interaction. And always I believe listening is very talking is very easy task. Listening is very difficult task. You all have done a very difficult task. I have done a very simple task. With this, I appreciate. I sincerely thank one and all, one of you, each one of you, and we will meet tomorrow. And I also say that we will share. We will share this PPT. And we will also share one research paper written on this, published in the University News. Both we are going to share. And one day, in a one session, in a 5-day week, we cannot become a perfect researcher. It is a beginning. It should continue for a longer period.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Once again, one and all.
Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you so much, sir.
We will
Thank
meet tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much, all the respected participants. It was a wonderful day, and the kind of interactions which have taken care during this today's session guarantee us that yes, all of us are very serious about this topic, and definitely we are going to become a pro researcher, proposal writers in the future. So every day the feedback link will be sent in the Zoom chat box. So all the 5 days feedback link has to be filled as a proof of attendance, and all the faculty participants who are filling all the 5 days feedback link will be receiving a e-certificate for the 5 days national level FDP. And also we are going to share the PPT, and once all the 5-day event is done, we will also share the day-wise links of all the recordings with all the participants in the WhatsApp group which has been created. So tomorrow again we will meet sharp at 3 o'clock. I request all of you to be ready with notes at 2:45 itself. So I wish you all the best for tomorrow's day, and thank you so much, and good evening everyone. Thank you so much. So we will be ending this meeting. Thanks so much.